work. And I think we're good to go now. There we go. All right. Awesome. What's up, Swiftblade? How we doing, man? What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, buddy. I'm just messing around in the raid here. Shawn. Sorry, Shawn. Fancy clothes. Dude, this is like an Under Armour, like, pullover, man. This is nothing fancy. Plus, it's a pair of joggers on underneath, like, you know, business up top. The amount of times I've done business meetings in, like, a pair of gym shorts and a polo is appalling. Just, like, throw one on. Nice, finally getting some watt shards, dude. Watt shards are huge. I can remember my first couple times getting those. Yeah, fancy with a PH. You gotta, like, make sure that it's, like, you know, classless fancy. It's the kind of fancy I am. Also, in case anyone is wondering if this is the right raid strategy, I have no clue. I normally just press the auto button. I'm just trying to see if I do a few things, if I get more score or not. Yeah, dude. Guys, I don't like. I guess you guys just never see it. I do once in a while put myself, you know, like pull myself together. My wife gets mad at me because I've left the house looking shocking at times. You can put in the codes whenever. We'll get to them here. I want to do a quick run, just see how this is going here. Start getting down into the business. Keep going here. Oh, man. Anybody else watch Arnold's stream of Bo-Katan? I'm like very happy that her event is actually difficult. This sounds so weird. But like I'm like happy it's a difficult event because nothing infuriates me more than when you get to an event that like took all this gear and then it's like just stupid easy. Like it just feels like I don't know why, but it feels like such a waste of time when it's like an easy event. Oh, yikes. This is going to go south. Come on, Luke. Come on. Get it. No. That might be good enough. I don't know. We'll keep trying. I want to get 1,000,000. That's my goal, is just to get 1,000,000 with that team. Yeah, it definitely was not the most exciting stream of his. But I think he was also trying to, like, figure it out, too. So I'll give him some credit there. Make sure you guys like the stream. So we're going to start here. We're going to start getting these free ones out of the way here. So we've got Shawn Brewer here. All right, let's see what we got, Shawn. What are we working with here? So still rushing Sith Eternal. Our king. You've got our king now, but he needs his Omicron. We definitely need the Omicron on him. Definitely need that Omicron. Relic 8 on Darth Vader. I mean, I respect the grind to Relic 8 Darth Vader. So Shawn, other than the Omicron on Wampa, how close are we? So you've got a lot of Gear 12s working on Thrawn, Royal Guard. So you're still in that, you just need a lot of gear at this point. Swiftblade, take care, my friend. So, yeah, Shawn, I mean, we're still in this. You just got to get Sith Eternal at this point, man. You're just in that holding pattern. Got to make sure you're farming your ships. Make sure you're getting TIE Bomber, too. I know I say that every time. You got to get TIE Bomber, man. You can't be, you cannot, you're going to, like, kick yourself. Yeah, like the Omicron here and not over here. Mind-blowing. Ooh, Bo Nickel, good question. We will get to that. Don't worry. We will discuss that because that's a very important, it's a very good question. Somebody remind me to come back to Captain Rex with the Phoenix team. So you need a 7-star Piet and Krennic. Okay, so you're still a little bit away on Krennic. Krennic, that's such a brutal farm. Treya before Wampa. Shawn, I thought you were better than that, man. I thought you were better than that. How could you do this to me? But otherwise, man, I think you're, like, again, we're in that solid, you're in a solid place. You've got a lot of relicking to do still, for sure. A lot of relicking to do. But it'll happen. You'll probably get Sith Eternal, and they'll come out with a Lightspeed bundle for it. That's the way things have been going lately. And then, are you farming your bounty hunters to get Executor then? We gotta be farming, gotta make sure we're farming these guys too. We gotta make sure we're getting our bounty hunters, get Executor then. I'd definitely go that route. That's what I would do, Shawn. I mean, we're still, I think, you're definitely making progress, which is good. You're definitely making progress from every time I look at the account. I like to see that. So, definitely appreciate it. I would be, yeah, you get Executor after Sith Eternal, but you gotta be getting ahead on it now. Like, you can't, like, you don't want to, like, get Sith Eternal and then start Executor. Like, you should be done with your bounty hunters and done with some of their ships by the time you get through Sith Eternal, because you don't have that many more shards to farm, so get working on those hard nodes. That's what I would be doing. You gotta be, like, when you're working through a farm, as you finish off the shards for Piet and Krennic, they get replaced by your farm for the next thing. And then as those things get done, and you're constantly farming shards, even if you're not going to use them right away. That's the big thing. So guys, there's two ways. So the ways you get reviews, again, it is a first come, first serve. So you put your ally code in chat, first come, first serve. Otherwise, channel members and super chats jump the line. It's the way that works. But yeah, you've got to, yeah, Shawn, just make sure we're farming ships, man. Make sure you're farming the bounty hunter ships. Make sure you're farming them. You've got to be farming that next project while you're still working on the current one. That's why I'm farming Paz Vizsla, and I have no plans to gear him for a while. That's the big thing there. All right, we've got Noah home. See him next. Oops, let's get here. Okay, so Noah, I like so we've got Executor. And we're working on the characters for Jedi Knight Luke. Really good relics in here. This is good relics in here. I would add, if I go back out real quick, I would add, Noah, I would definitely take these guys to Relic 3 at some point. Before, like, if you're going into Jabba or whatever you're going into, take these guys to Relic 3 soon. You're going to want this whole team at Relic levels. It just completely changes the counters and things that you need to beat them. Highly recommend that team at Relic levels. Even in you guys will see from my farming guide, that's one of the things that I push for, is having that done. But otherwise, dude, Jedi Knight Luke is, I mean, that's a big deal, right? That is a big, big deal. So what are we missing for Jedi Knight Luke? Is it Old Ben? Is that the only one we're missing here? Old Ben and Lando? That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Or not even Old Ben, is it just Lando even? Might be just Lando. Been a little bit. But yeah, I love it. I think that's very smart. I'm looking at your Zetas. I very much like where I see your Zetas at. Really good along in here. Not as much on the Rolo one, but you do end up needing that for Leia. So I'm not as disappointed on that. Like, you do end up needing it for Leia. Boba Fett, he likes it, but not enough. Like, that's a good one that you skipped it. Savage and Treya does our king? Where's our king at? He's got his good. Both Zetas on our king. I love that. That's good to see. Okay. Yeah, this is really this is really solid. So what are we doing next? What's your plan after Jedi Knight Luke? Are we moving to Hutt Cartel? Are you going to Leia? What's our thought process here? Cause you definitely have going for Jedi Knight Luke again. That's a foundational farm. JML. Okay, yeah. So you'll be in good shape then. You'll have a lot of stuff that overlaps. You get Jedi Master Luke, and then you can decide what you want to do after that. I love it. I think that's a good plan. I don't mind that at all. Jedi Knight Luke is a foundational farm for me. I call that he's going to be, you guys will hear me saying that a lot going into 2024. Jedi Knight Luke is a foundational farm. He's what you're going to build from. Like once you expand your roster a lot, think of it like a house. And this will be in my farming guide, guys. You get a brief into the practice I've been doing. That your farming guide, like you build a house, you lay the foundation first. You don't build the roof. You lay a concrete pad down, your foundation. And Jedi Knight Luke is that foundation in your roster that eventually nobody's going to know that you built Jedi Knight Luke as early as you did, but he's going to be that foundation that you build everything else upon. So, very much like Jedi Knight Luke early. I think it's a very, very solid path forward. Good ships. Make sure you get the Hyena Bomber. Because you have Negotiator. Interesting. Okay, so you have Negotiator, so you need to work on the Galactic Republic ships. Gotta be working on those ships, and that'd be working on your Hyena Bomber Vulture Droid to get Malevolence, too. But otherwise, no, this is good, man. I really like this. This is a very good account, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where you go from here. All right, so let's get into Catsiel, Andrew, guys. Catsiel, thank you for joining. All right, so we got the Don here. The Don, my man. I like that. The Don. I like that. I'm going to bring out that Italian. I'm going to do this the entire time that I'm doing your roster review. You understand? You guys about to see the Italian side of me break out. That's a scary thought. All right, we got Grandola Paca here. So, General Skywalker, all 4 Zetas, and at Relic 1. So we did the hardest part of that. So what's our thought process here? So we bought Lightspeed bundles, which is good. Like I'm a big fan of the Best Armor Mando bundle. We bought the First Order bundle, it looks like. So are you thinking Finalizer? Is that where we're at now, that you're kind of stuck getting the Finalizer? Yeah. So you have, I'm assuming, I'm just looking at what you have. I'm assuming you bought the Finalizer bundle. Okay, yeah, so you bought the Finalizer bundle because you have all the ships at 7-star. You don't have a Finalizer yet, so you probably are just waiting around for that event. That's fine. And then you said Jedi Knight Luke. Okay, so we've got Commander Luke, C-3PO, Chewbacca, all at Relics, Han Solo, and do we have Chewpio? Okay, 3PO and Chewie's Gear 12, that's fine. Okay, I can respect that. I definitely get him to, like I said to Noah, he's high on my Relic priorities because of how good he is. But Jedi Knight Luke, you're going to be on the doorstep of Jedi Knight Luke because he's done... Chewbacca, 3PO, Commander Luke, Darth Vader's done. Is Wampa... Did I miss Wampa in here? Where's your Wampa at? Where's the king? Where's the king? Where is he? Where's my king? Do you not have Wampa unlocked yet? Am I like, hold on. Like, do you not have Wampa? Don, I was getting to like you so much. You can't tell me you don't have Wampa. Oh, no. All right, yeah, that's got to be your like, as oh my god. As much as I like, not even from like my love for Wampa, at your galactic power, this is when Wampa's at the peak of his powers for you in terms of GAC. That's why I push it so much. Yeah, it's really it only has to do with the fact that at your galactic power, he will beat anything in Grand Arena that you're going to come across. So we definitely need to be getting Wampa. That's got to be your priority here. So that's going to be a big thing. So you get your Jedi Knight Luke, you get Finalizer, and then from Jedi Knight Luke, what's your plan? Because that's got to be because you also bought this Beskar Armor Mando bundle. So a couple things you could do. This is a video for tomorrow, but just brief. Like, you could get characters like Dash, Vandor, Chewbacca, those guys up and running. Or another one to think about here is you've got your Beskar Armor Mando. Get a character like Fennec. You could make her a passion project. And now you've got a Lord Vader killer. So, because you've got that Beskar Armor Mando, you got Grief and Mando at relic levels. Like, that's kind of where you could start thinking, is think about kind of finishing some of these other teams off that are really, really good, that are going to help your account. So, yeah, I would definitely still get Kylo first, because that's where you're, like, knocking on the doorstep of. You get your Jedi Knight Luke, you get your Kylo, and then I think you kind of take a breath and figure out where to go. You can even get, like, Captain Rex. Captain Rex would be another one. I would farm at least one of... Definitely Captain Rex. I think I'd do Captain Rex if I was you. Pick, like, a character like him that's going to boost whatever Lightspeed bundle you got. Go all in on Captain Rex. Start building out the Phoenix. And then you can kind of decide whether you want to go Jabba, Leia, Jedi Master Luke. One of those things. That's what I would do, man. And we've got to be getting Executor at some point, too. Let's make sure we get Executor. Gonna want to be getting that ship. Because you made a lot of progress with Houndstooth, TIE Advanced, Xanadu, so you should be working on that Executor stuff as well. I'd be doing that. That'd be my next thing to do there. So, very much appreciate it, Don. Yeah, if you've got other questions as you think of more stuff, just let me know. Like, that's what, you like, just let me know in the stream. But I think, like, Captain Rex kind of working towards that Executor and thinking about a Leia, Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, one of those things. I think I like Jabba a lot from the standpoint that I think his event is the best. And by the time I think that you could get Leia between everything else, she's kind of be teetering away from the raid. So I don't know that that's a good enough reason. And that's why I kind of put Jabba so high on my list. So definitely Captain Rex and Executor after Kylo. And then you can kind of figure out from there what GL makes the most sense. But otherwise, man, like, good stuff. Like, the 4 million, definitely a little bit of, like, bloat. Not in a bad way. Again, a little bit of bloat from those packs, which is good. That's the whole point. Make sure you do hard mode conquest. You're going to have to do that. All right, next we've got Juan Machado. Thank you guys so much. Got a bunch of these super chats coming in. You guys are crushing it already. Thank you, guys. Let's see what we got here. So we've got Farah Ferozo with the... I'm not sure what currency that is. I'm not good enough. My ally code, I'm farming Profundity and Jabba, and then I'm going to finish Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Okay. Ooh, Kylo. Okay, so Kylo's... You just working on ultimate mats for Kylo. That's good. So then you said Profundity. Okay. So... Oops. Now you said Profundity. She's peak on defense right now. I think once this Datacron goes away, she'll be kind of mid on defense because right now the problem with the Datacron. Don't worry, I will get to your review, Juan. The problem with the Datacron right now is that her sides are not taking any damage unless they're below 50% turn meter, which you don't get to really focus on them. Whereas, like a Jedi Master Luke, you constantly hit them with AoEs, they're going to go bye-byes, right? Like, they're going to go away. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren could be deleting people. Drogon's giving out 200% health. Like, it's just an absurd Datacron right now. So I think right now, yes, she's peak on defense. As soon as this Datacron goes away, I think she's going to go back to being offensive. So, anyway, all that said. All right, so you're going for Profundity, you said, Juan. Back to Juan's review here. Profundity, Jabba, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Okay, so Profundity we're in progress for 7-star characters, so we just need relics here. So Relic him, Relic 9 here, Relic 8, and Relic 5. And then we've obviously got a few other ones. Dashran Dar, he needs relics. And Rebels, I think we need Mothma, which you should have from Jedi Master Luke. So we also bought the packs too, which is good. That Phoenix pack is killer. I love that pack. Just looking through the list to see what else you've got in here. So then you're going, and then you said Jabba. Oh, so you're really close to Jabba. Okay. Honestly, Juan, I'm looking at this. I would argue you go for Jabba before you go for Profundity. I think you're significantly closer to Jabba than Profundity right now. I would go Jabba before you go Profundity. Like, you finish off your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren Ultimate, finish off Jabba, and then I'd get Profundity. I think you'd be so much better off that way, because Jabba will benefit you more than the Profundity will right now. Because you have Executor already, so you've got one of the S tier fleet, so it's not like you're in need of one to necessarily climb in Squad Arena or Fleet Arena. And you also, I mean, again, another light speed bundle here, which is good. Again, I don't knock any of the light speed bundles. I would definitely farm up your Zori whenever you go for Rey. So you've got a lot. You've got a lot of work to do here, but it's good work. Like, none of it's bad. Okay, so finish Kylo, get his ultimate, get Jabba, get Profundity. I think you'd be in good shape, Juan. I think you go Jabba first, then you go Profundity, and then you probably get into doing Rey. So that's at least where I'm sitting at, Juan. So again, that's just the way I look at, when I look at your account, that's kind of what I see. Like, you made a lot of progress towards Jabba, and it'd be a shame to throw that away right now. Cause like you've got, oh yeah, especially you've got double, Embo. I really think, Juan, I think you go all in on Jabba, even like throw the relics on Embo, and then I think we finish off Profundity, and then move on to Rey. That's what I would do. And big thing for you, again, if you bought the Phoenix pack, get your Captain Rex up to relic levels. You will thank me later. The dude is amazing. He completely lifts this faction to a level that otherwise they don't exist without him. So I would highly recommend that team. Otherwise, dude, like, I think you really, like, I'm just looking around, like, there's some really good relics in here. Like, very good relic decisions. I like it, man. Very, very, very big fan of this. I think you've done a good job here. You've got a lot of gear even ready on some, like, I'm looking at your Bad Batch where you've obviously invested Kyratex already. That's going to pay off down the road. A lot of good Zetas on here as well. So I think as you continue to progress, you're going to see better and better things coming from your account, man. It's one of those where I think in it, give it 6 months and this account's going to look very scary for you. So I really like it, man. Good stuff. Yeah. Jabba, Profundity. Yeah, or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Jabba, Profundity. I think you've got plenty of work cut out for you, and then get Rey with Zori. That's the plan there. All right, Juan, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. All right, next we've got Moose Ross. Again, guys, super chats came in, just a bunch of you guys all at once. Thank you so much. You guys are way too generous. All right, we got Moose Ross here. So we're working on, so we got Kylo. We have an executor here, okay. All right, so we've got Rey, Moose Ross here. I like it. Finishing up Rey's ult in the last Zeta, close to Jedi Knight Luke, going straight into JML, got the Rebel Pack. A bit of Zetaing to do then Jabba, Leia, or Profundity. Ooh, okay, perfect. Great way to ask that. Okay, so you got the Rebel Pack. So they need to be Relic 3. He needs to be Relic 8. Relic 7, Relic 7. Relic 3. Or we need a Relic 5. Relic 7. Where's... Oh, okay, there's old Ben. All right, so Moose, I actually think... I think you're best... Yeah, so you need Mon Mothma. She needs Relic 5. I think if you're trying to think of Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, or Leia, in reality, you are so close to Jedi Master Luke. Because, like, Chewbacca needs a Relic 6. Old Ben is done. Han needs Relic 6. And 3PO and Chewie needs Relic 5. So you can get those out of the way. That's fine. Princess Leia's done. Wedge is done. Biggs is done. Lando needs to go to Relic 5. Your Jedi Knight Luke will need to go to Relic 7. R2-D2 Relic 7. And Mothma Relic 7. Or Relic 5, sorry. And then you need... Hermit Yoda has to go to Relic 5. I look at Leia, like Galactic Legends Leia, and you've got Akbar done. But you need Luke at Relic 7, 3PO and Chewie at Relic 7. Then we need R2-D2 Relic 8. Han and Leia Organa, or Rolo, have to go to Relic 5, which you need them Relic 3 for Jedi Knight Luke anyway, so that's fine. But you need Relic 7 on Captain Rex, Relic 7 on Drogon. And then the bigger things come into play that you'd need Nisa at Relic 7. Scout Trooper would need to be Relic 7. Yeah. Okay, so... No. So I would go JML, Leia, Profundity, Jabba. That's what I would do. JML, Leia, Profundity, Jabba. I think just looking at what your account has, looking at where your resources are invested, I think by going in that direction, you'll get the most bang for your buck. I think if you tried to go another way, you're too far from the Hutt Cartel characters here that you're better off just trying to go for Leia. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about the shards. It's the Kyrotech that I'm looking at. That you need just as much Kyrotech there as you do on, like, Drogon and Rex. And if you bought the Rebel bundles, Captain Rex kind of slots in with the Phoenix, so it kind of makes sense to chase Leia at this point. So that's kind of where I would head. I just think you've got a nice little head start there So you get JML, get Leia, Profundity, and then kind of circle back to Jabba. And that's going to be one of these big things, guys, is that Jabba, Leia, JML are the 3 GLs that I think you farm in unison, and it's really just roster dependent on what do you have right now that determines your order. That in this particular roster, we're very heavy into Rebels. We haven't done a lot with the Hutt Cartel, so it makes more sense to go for JML than Leia than Jabba. Taking away that, you got to pretend Smuggler's Run doesn't exist, that we need to look at it from the perspective of what can he get quickly and help him move up, and I think that's going to be the thing here. So I think we do that, and then, yeah, you get your Profundity, make sure you're farming the ships, and then I would definitely work on your Malevolence fleet. I'd start making that a priority if you haven't already. Your Malevolence fleet is it's easily one of the most important fleets in the game because of how cheap it is. Like, 2 uncrewed ships and garbage level Geonosians. That's absolutely what I would do, my friend. So definitely have your work cut out for you, but it's good work. We're doing good stuff. So yeah, JML, Leia, Jabba, or JML, Leia, Profundity, Jabba. That's the order I would go in, my friend. So thank you so much, Moose Ross. Much appreciated. Moving on to Ian Ruiz, who asked for a roast. All right, my friend, you want a roast? Let's get this. Hold on, let me get another refill of soda before we do the roast. I need some more soda before we do that. All right, Andrew, I see you as well. I will fit you in here, Andrew. Don't worry. All right, we got Isa Ruiz. Let's see. Is it Isa? I want to make sure I pronounce it as best as I can. All right. 5.3. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know how I can roast you. You're 5.3 million and you have a Leviathan. You're not going to make this easy on me, are you? Oh my gosh. All right, so we've got Rey. You're obviously too poor to afford an extra Zeta. Hold on. Okay, you know what? All right, so first thing I see. We don't have the Zeta on Rey, right? We're missing a Zeta on Rey. Most likely okay, so we're missing a Zeta on Rey. But you've got 2 of them on BB-8. I don't even have 2 of them on my BB-8. So let's call that how it is. So that's the first thing. If you're asking for the roast, it's the first thing. But I want to compliment. I can't roast you yet. Hold on. I just need to compliment the fact that you have Leviathan before you have Executor or Profundity. That's a roast in itself. Like, how in the name did you decide that it'd be a good idea to get the ship that requires 2 Relic 9s? Oh my gosh. I mean, it's great. Like this, you look like a genius for doing this because like you're probably crushing everybody in your fleet arena, which is pure comedy. But oh my gosh, that's so funny. I mean, this is brilliant. Now I'm gonna roast you right away. That you have a level 1 Millennium Falcon here, level 1 Chewbacca. What are we doing? And especially with this Rebel, I will say this, with your Rebel pack now, I've got to give you this advice. You got the home 1, invest in that, build a solid Rebel fleet, my friend. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, we got to do that. Hold on, let's go back in here. Let's keep going down. So you did a Relic 7 on Sith Assassin. I can understand that because I'm sure at your Galactic Power fleet, you could not afford to do refreshes in Fleet Arena. You need to stay at the top level of Fleet Arena. Like I can completely understand that. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I actually respect that grind. I'll give you that credit there, my friend. You did Relic 3 on Captain Rex, so like that's a good move there. Lots of hold on. All right. We're here. Somebody tell me what's wrong with this picture right here. I'll give you all 10 seconds. What is wrong with this picture? Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture? We have Zetas on Sabine Wren, Zeb, Ezra, Hera, and no Zetas on Vader. How? I mean, I'm okay with both Palpatine Zetas, but nothing on Vader and giving Zetas to Ezra and Zeb is gonna. Oh my gosh, man! Definitely ask for a roast. You've got to make that priority. So, gotta make your Rey and Vader's priority, man. We've got to get those Zetas going. Those are so important, so important. I mean, Kanan Zeta is important. I'll give him. Hold on, before we really like. Let's at least context. He has the whole Phoenix crew at Relic level, so Kanan Zeta is extremely important. Because Kanan Zeta, Kanan Zeta, he's going to be cleansing everybody. So, he needs that. He does need that Zeta. I forget which one it is, but he does need this one. I'll give him the credit that, his Phoenix is all Relic, so, some of those make sense. But not having any on Vader is crazy to me. He's a backbone. And no Zetas on Mara Jade is also crazy to me. That's a crazy one. Now, I will say, I think there's definitely some light speed bundles here, just looking at the teams, which is fine. Again, no shame in, that, right? No shame in that. Again, I think we're going to be very short on mods here, which is okay. So, okay, we're starting to work. Yeah, but so hold on, guys. Before we go bashing all his Zetas, this is definitely light speed bundle. Again, we don't. Let's be very clear. I do not judge you for light speed bundles. I'm using it to help paint the case that I don't know that he's got Zetas to go around because he bought the light speed bundles, which is okay, right? He got Rey, and that's exactly, and he got Rey the way that I would do it now, which is just Zetas on Zori. Yeah, same with Starkiller. He doesn't have Zetas or Omicrons because he probably can't afford any. And again, no shame. I get it. You've done you did a lot of Zetas that maybe we shouldn't have, like Ezra and Zeb. Ugh. So, okay. So you've got a lot of Zetas to do. And you have the full Inquisitor. The other thing, we kind of, skipped over them. We did all the Inquisitors. Malgus. You've got a lot of really, really, both, the lead on Nihilus. A lot of Zetas here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm all here, so, okay. All right, so I've got to kind of collect my thoughts here on this. Wow, all right. Everything else I can excuse. Everything else I can excuse. This is inexcusable. This is a 7-star Wampa. This is a 7-star Wampa. This guy should be Relic 3 minimum. Relic 3 minimum, double Zeta, Omicron, at least one Zeta. Maybe not the double Zeta. But the king, like, we've got it. So, okay. All right. We got to fix this account. Now, it's going to take some time. The king needs his Zetas. The king needs his love. All right. So, if we're being very serious about, if I put on my serious Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes hat, we've got some other areas that need attention before Wampa. As much as I'd love to say, like, he just has to, like, gosh. Not a bad, guys, again, for 5 million, this account is very, very advanced. Like, let's just be clear. Probably 90% of chat is not able to beat this account in a Grand Arena because he just set Leviathan and you wouldn't be able to touch it. Let's be perfectly clear on that, right? Like, he sets Leviathan and people aren't passing it. So let's fix some Zetas here. So number one, I think I see Starkiller here. You've got Starkiller. We could use some Zetas on Mara Jade to help with Emperor Palpatine. So, yeah. All right, Relic Order should be Starkiller, Palpatine. Those are going to be the first two relics I recommend for you. Got to get those two characters to relic levels. Then, I would actually say we do Zori. Boost your resistance. Because your resistance is really good. You've got some good Zetas on them. So, I would, whenever you can get Zori to relic levels, I would do that. So then you do, Palpatine, Starkiller, Zori. Then you've got Visas Mar. So I would definitely recommend gearing her solely for the fact that I think it'll help your Starkiller team. But if you need Datacrons in the meantime for offense, you could use Scavenger Ray. It's definitely an option. Okay, so you did that. So we get some of those relics out of the way. And then you bought the First Order bundles. So we bought those. Do we have we don't have Finalizer yet, so you need to get the Finalizer. I'm just looking through here. I think if you bought the pack, which, again, I'm perfectly okay with you doing that. These packs this is exactly what they're for. So, like, hat off. So get the Finalizer as soon as you can. That should be big priority. Getting Finalizer. And then work on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So we definitely need to finish off some of these other relic projects before you go start Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and definitely need to start pushing Zetas out between Rey, between Darth Vader, Starkiller, Mara Jade, and then obviously we've got to get Wampa. I would honestly do all those things. Palpatine, Darth Vader, Mara Jade, Starkiller, Wampa. Those 5 things. I would do that before you start Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Even Zori, I'd add that on the list too. I'm just thinking in terms of stuff that's going to give you immediate bang for your buck. Because the other thing you're going to have to think about is your gear situation. Yeah, that does throw me for a loop if I just tell you to go straight in for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I think the problem is you'd need 6 Zetas for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So in that time, you could start accumulating some of those other things, gearing up some of these other characters, and then I think we get to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So that's what I would do here. Yeah, a lot of work to do, man. I mean, I can't roast this a ton because I don't fault a lot of the decisions that you made. Like, so much, I don't know, like, there's a lot of this galactic power that's just purely been, bloated, if you will, from these packs, which is exactly what they were designed for. Like, before these packs, I guarantee you're probably, 3 million GP? Even lower? between Leviathan and, like, Ray's new. So you had Leviathan and Inquisitors before this. Yeah, alright, so hold on, here he goes. I'm a day one player, had quit for a couple years when Revan came out. Just returned this year. Already had Zetas on most of the old tunes. Yeah, I'll definitely do my Wampa. Yeah. Oh, dude, that makes a ton of sense. That would make a ton of sense why Darth Vader doesn't have any. It makes so much sense why he doesn't have any Zetas then, because Merciless Massacre wasn't a Zeta when you had quit. That makes. Okay, hold on, guys. I'll give him credit for that. That Merciless Massacre was not a Zeta when he quit. And he's come back. Alright, so he came back to the light. So that explains why the Resistance is all Zetaed out. No, because they... Yeah, so okay. Alright, yeah, so I hope you've heard everything I said. Starkiller, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, Zori, Visas Mar, and obviously the King. I think you do those things before we start worrying about Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, because you do need to get the finalizer up and running, so you'll need a couple of months to get that, unless you, again, wail for that. The only reason I'm not saying the only reason we're not talking about Jedi Knight Revan here, man, I was gonna say is because I guess you have some Jedi. Gosh, he does have some Jedi, man. I just don't want to give him too much. Like, I'd rather you have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren than Jedi Knight Revan. I'd rather that. Yeah. I think we get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. You start worrying about Revan. You definitely have to be very careful with Zetas. If you're planning on spending more money, not that you need to, but if you're planning on spending more money, there's some Zeta bundles coming out that, depending on what they're selling, could be very lucrative for somebody in your situation. I will never tell you to spend money. Like, again, you need to do what you need to do, but those packs are there if you're thinking about it. Otherwise, man, thank you. I very much appreciate your generosity. Yeah, I can't. There's nothing more to say. You've got a lot of stuff. I think you're gonna get a lot better as time goes on, my friend. I've got to get on to the next roster here, so thank you for some of that roast, but really advice there. That was a very good roster for people to see, just taking advantage as much of those packs. No, you don't have to be Jango Fett. You just have to be just a channel member. Just channel members. That's all you need to do. All right, so I'm gonna get to Salvatore here. Andrew, I've got your account. Don't worry, I've got Andrew on the list. Jango Fett, if you join channel memberships, I believe, we can make sure that we get that done. So we'll get all that going here. All right, so we've got Salvatore here. Bought the Rey Lightspeed bundle, thinking of Starkiller or Afra to round out my roster, but I really want Jabba. I want to refresh Proving Ground 6 times to get Swallow, but I'm lost. All right. All right, Salvatore. Let's get this up and running here. Let's see what we got going on. So, number one, I'm going to tell you, just ignore Afra. We're going to just ignore Afra. She's just not a... I'm not a big Afra fan like I am Starkiller. Because Afra's Omicrons only are active in 5v5. Starkillers are active in both 3v3 and 5v5. So I would definitely think about that. So Mara Jade, you're almost done with. Nice. Dash, you need to farm up a good bit along with Zori. So farm Zori. Zori goes on your list of characters to farm. Okay. There's still a long way to go on Kyle. And a long way to go on Darth Talon. All right. Daniel Templeton, welcome to the council, my friend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Make sure you drop your code. We'll get to you at some point here. You just got to be hanging around. We got a lot of people to get to. So you were farming Jabba before Rey came out. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, Salvatore. You're a long ways away from Starkiller. A long ways away from Starkiller because of all the Cantina refreshes you'd have to do. You'd be closer to Afra. You're closer to Afra because her farms are easier to do. Like, how do I say that? Afras are easier to do because they're worth they cost half as much as some of Starkiller's guys. So that's one of the big bonuses there. But I'd much rather you not do that. And you have Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker as well. You know, you could switch gears and go for Leia. Because Coors Light Leia is done. Your Coors Light Leia is done. So, that helps your Leia farm there. No, Wombat. There's a big difference between Afra and Starkiller because two of Afra's characters that are in the Cantina are on an 8 energy node, and Dash Rendar is on a 16 energy node, along with Darth Talon, and then Kyle is a 12 energy node. So you will get through Sana and Hondo in the same amount of time that you will get through Dash Rendar. So Afra is significantly faster to farm. No, Kyle Katarn's a 12 energy node, not a 16. So a little bit less. But yeah, way faster farm for Dr. Afra. Okay, but yeah, so I think I'm looking at this, Salvatore. I think Leia could make more sense than not, or like a Jedi Master Luke. You were thinking Starkiller so you don't have to use your Sith Eternal on Reyes. Yeah, Starkiller's definitely more lucrative for that. That's one of the big things. I don't mind you going for Starkiller, Salvatore. Not at all. Yeah, that's a good point. I do. That's a very good point that Exile brought up there. That Afra's good once you get Starkiller because she takes Darth Vader. Because he doesn't really have a home anymore. Yeah, I think you go get. I almost think you get Jedi Master Luke if that's what you were doing, though. But maybe finish off getting your Starkiller Rex. Maybe just bite that bullet because you do have the thing is, you do have L3. You can start farming Vandor, and you'll have what other scoundrels? You have I'm trying to think what you do and don't have in here. So you could build a pretty solid. You have young Lando, who's pretty solid. So you could build a pretty, and Bam even. So you could build a pretty good scoundrel team there under Dash. Is Ben Solo worth refreshing if start? I don't know if I would say Ben Solo's worth refreshing in Proving Grounds. I don't know if I would say he's worth refreshing like crazy. How do I say this? I love yeah, I mean I still counter plenty of Rays who have Ben Solo. Does Ben Solo make that counter harder? Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I would say I think Starkiller's a solid option. I think I I hesitate saying just go crazy heavy into GLs because you could probably get Starkiller before you could get another Galactic Legend. Uh, yeah, I think you just get Starkiller. I think we get Starkiller, and then I think you try to go for like Jedi Master Luke. That's what I would do. In the meantime, with Rey, um, you could do Rey, JTR, and you could put in characters like L3. Heck, I've even seen people put the armor in with Rey, and if she happens to get Beskar, it's pure misery. Um, but yeah, I think even if people, and this is the other thing, just think about this, guys. Even if people are putting their Star Killer and beating your Rey, it's either they beat your Star Killer with Rey, or like you use your Rey to beat one of their garbage teams. You know what I mean? Like at some point, it's worth the gamble. So yeah, I think that's the plan. I think I would still get Starkiller, and then I'd probably get like Jedi Master Luke. That's what I'd do, Salvatore. I would not be rushing Swolo right now. I think you're better off just kind of waiting. All right, next we've got Exile here. So, just got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, working on Rey and Jedi Master Luke. Just got a lot of Conquest units, and also checked the Jawas, especially Engineer. Oh gosh. I'm about to see something that's going to hurt me. Alright, so you said you got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So we need a lot of gear and Zetas on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Okay, so you need a lot of gear and a lot of Zetas on SLKR. This hurts my eyes. Wow. That hurts my eyes, man. Commander Tano below relic levels hurts my eyes. Especially because I know you're going to have a good Padme team, right? No, you don't. Oh my god. Wow. Life has changed so much from everybody having a good Padme team. This is why you don't have a good Padme team. This is why we don't have a good Padme team. Oh my god. Oh my god. 181 speed on this dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That is insane. These are insane mods that you have on Jawa Engineer of all characters. I don't know that he needs that much speed. He gains 10 speed for each Jawa ally, so he's a 400 speed character. I mean, in Territory Wars, they probably get mad holds. They definitely get mad holds in Territory Wars. All right, though, but let's... So you got that, and you're working on Ray and JML. Okay. So, resistance-wise, make sure that Zori's your priority. We want to be farming Zori right now. If you're thinking of Ray at any point in time, we've got to be getting Zori. I would not be doing any relics for Ray while you're trying to get Kylo. So I would quit doing anything for Jedi Training Ray, BB-8, none of that, Stick Ray, none of those garbage relics until we get Kylo fully up and running. So I wouldn't do any other kind of gearing until Kylo is completely done, right? Zetaed out, modded out, geared out. So I would be doing that big time. I'd even have mods on Kylo at this point. So you're farming Zori, that's good. So then you said you're farming Jedi Master Luke as well. So we got Jedi Knight Luke. So we need Hermit Yoda and Old Bender Relic 5. And did you buy the Rebel packs? I'm just looking because I saw the Phoenix, that's why. So done, 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 done. So Relic 5, Relic 7. And then we need Mothma at Relic 5. So we don't have you don't have too much more to go here for Jedi Master Luke. That actually looks pretty good there. Not too much more to go, and like good Zetas on like the team that I see, so like that's solid. And you have the Zeta and an Omicron on Captain Rex, probably the important ones, so you can at least use somewhat of a decent Phoenix team here. I like this. I actually like that a lot. And you can really kind of bounce right into somebody like Leia. Really could bounce into somebody like Leia. So I would definitely be something that you could do there. I like that a lot. All right, so I think that's, yeah. So we got your Jawas. Got a lot of the Conquest units. Yeah, I saw the Kanan Zeta. I was okay with the Kanan Zeta. I normally only call out Zetas like that if I like don't like them. I respect the Kanan Zeta. Yeah, you've just got to get Kylo. Yeah, we've just got to get Kylo. That's kind of like the only thing you should be worried about right now is saving all of your stuff to put into Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And it sucks because you'll probably have him Relic 7 before you have 6 Zetas on him because it takes forever to get Zetas unless, of course, you're willing to wail on those packs that whatever they are. Again, I'm not going to tell you to do that one way or another. But just kind of giving you all the possible options, right? Trying to give you the options there, man. Otherwise, I don't hate a lot of your relic choices. I don't hate this Omicron either on Mara Jade. I would definitely just make sure that we're being very smart with Zetas moving forward. Because you're definitely going to be low for a while. So I would definitely just make sure that we're paying attention to that. Like, I wouldn't have thrown it on Greedo. Just to pick one right off the top there. Some of these have probably been on for a while, though. You need Omega mats. Oh my gosh, you guys actually need... I mean, I don't, like... This is just how out of touch I am with that aspect of the game. I have never run out of... can't tell you the last time I was running out of Omega mats. I've got like 500 banked right now. I don't even think about them. It's horrible, but it's the truth. Like, I don't even think about Omegas. I just throw them on. But of course, like, everybody needs all these Zetas and stuff like that. You think a Zeta takes as much as, what, 3 Omega abilities? So, yeah. But, yeah, so, Exile, all this to say. But, so this is the thing. I don't hate I don't hate Territory Wars so much that, like, the Mara Jade is just such a great Omicron. There's so many things that don't stop it. That's the thing. There's not that much stuff that actually beats this Omicron. That's what I like about it. Like, a Gear 8 Mara Jade will stop so many teams just because she'll take the first turn and then you'll never move again. That's what I like about it. There are certain Omicrons for Territory Wars that I think are very good, and Mara Jade is on that list. I just can't bring myself to do them because I'm not a good guildmate. Let's be honest about that. Call it how it is. Yeah. Fat Phil first. that's the rule here. But yeah, man, good stuff on the account here. I think you're kind of in one of those awkward places where, like, you just need you got a lot of conquest characters. You just need a lot of Zetas and gear levels right now, man. So yeah, man, appreciate the dono, my friend. Good luck, Exile. Please, like, if you guys, Wombat, I know you can do it. Put the Discord in here, and then I can pin it. Put the Discord in chat, so that way you guys can join the Discord. If you've got questions, anything, let me know. So I see this Simeolin with a $5. Drop your code, please. Please drop your ally code. I don't see your ally code there. So then I know Andrew, are we still in chat? I saw you and Jango Fett, I believe, both asking for stuff. Need to get you guys in here. So Jango Fett, Andrew, if you guys are still in chat, please drop your codes. We're going to try and get to you. I have Daniel Templeton and I got Daniel Templeton on the lines. I got Emmanuel Sen as well. And then Simeolin, if you're in here. You again, $5 super chat, my friend, but no code. And I don't know if you were up here somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. Trying to scroll back through, but there's a lot of chat. It's good. There's a lot of chat. You guys are crushing it tonight. Been a lot of good chat in here. Sorry, super chats are kind of derpy for me. That's okay, man. Just did you want a review Simeon? That's all I wanted. Do you want a roster review? Do you want, like, an ally code, anything like that? That's what I'm asking for, man. Wombat, yes, you need Ray above 500 speed to get past the ultimate tier. Definitely need her. Yes, Simeon, just if you throw your ally code in here with your, like, X's or whatever, that way I can make sure you get a review or something, man. So Andrew Bradshaw and I believe Jango Fett, if you guys are still in chat, please drop your stuff. Please let me know you're still here. We're going to move on to Emmanuel Sen. All right. Hi, Phil. Looking for a direction to take my account. My guild is having us horde for Riva. Jedi Master Luke is after that, but not sure what to do after. Okay. So, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, we need 3 more Zetas there. So those are your 3 priority Zetas. Those are the ones what we're going to do first. I'm trying to ignore that Cassian has his Omicron. I'm trying to ignore that Cassian has the Omicron. I'm trying to ignore that Cassian has his Omicron. I'm trying to ignore that Cassian has his Omicron. Oh, hold on real quick. Simulan, you've got to enter like here's, you got to do it like that. You can't enter just like numbers sometimes. You've got to put like dashes or X's in between them so they don't think it's a phone number. So, Jedi Master Luke after Riva. So, Inquisitors are good. Okay, so Inquisitors are good. Okay, we bought, and I'm assuming you bought the new Phoenix pack just because when I see Relic 3s on this guy, and this guy, it makes me think that. That's all. All right, so let's go here. So you're really close to Jedi Master Luke. Like, you're Old Ben Relic 5, Lando's Relic 5, Mothma's Relic 5, Luke. Yeah, or yes, 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 yes. No, no, yes, yes. And Wedge, yes. All right, so you're super close to... Okay, so we're very close to Jedi Master Luke. Yeah, I would definitely say if I was you... So, Emmanuel, do you have gear? How much gear do you have saved for Reva? Because what I'm thinking... If it's only relic levels you need for Jedi Master Luke, how soon are you getting Reva? You'll see why I'm asking. I'm trying to figure out if I would just tell you to hoard your resources, get Reva, gear her up, and then worry about going for Jedi Master Luke. If it's going to be really soon, that's what I would do. If you're still a couple months from Reva, I would not be worried about her right now. But after you do those things, okay, you got the order. What? Yeah, but how many Reva shards do you... Okay, 5 weeks out. All right. So see, these guys making me think that I want to tell you to go for Leia. If you're almost done farming their shards, or like you're done in the case of Captain Rex, and done with Scout Trooper. Yeah, alright, you're going for Leia after Jedi Master Luke. We're just going to push right into Leia. I don't see a better alter... Like, that... You be... Ooh, yeah. We're going for Leia. Absolutely going for Leia. I think that's going to make the most sense for you. I think we just get Leia. The only other option I can think of... Like, and here's why I say Leia over, say, Rey... Oh, man, you are close to Rey, too. Gosh. And Rey, you could... Oh, my gosh. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Man. Yeah. Know what? No. Rey, then Leia. I say that from a pure Chirotech perspective, that you only need 100 more Chirotech to get Rey. You need 100 more Chirotech to get Rey. You need Jedi Training Rey at Relic 7 for Jedi Master Luke. So you don't need a whole lot left here, right? You need Relic 7s, but in the grand scheme of things, you're very close. And it's the Chirotechs for me. It's the only fact that you need 100 Chirotechs. So you're not setting yourself back in Chirotech on Galactic Legend Leia Organa by going for Rey first. Because you still need to finish Rogan a little bit. You need a lot of Chirotech here. You need to do Lobot, which he's not fun. And then you'd need Scout Trooper, who takes a lot of Chirotech. And then you'd need your Ewoks. And all of them, you need at least 100 here, 100 here, and then 400 here. So it's a lot there. And then you said... So, Leviathan doesn't sound too crazy for you until you think that you need a Relic 9 here, a Relic 9 here, Relic 7 here, Relic 7 here, Relic 5 here. That's not bad at Relic 7, but Shorty, like, yeah. I think we're still a bit of a ways out from Leviathan. I mean, here, I'll say this. This will be my final answer for you, because you've got a lot to do. It's how quickly or how much do you want to put, how much pain do you want to put yourself in? You have profundity at 7-star, which means you should be able to climb against 7-star Leviathans. You still need 3 Zetas on Kylo. And then you would need to save 6 for... Excuse me. You need to save 6 for Rey. Right? You need to save 6 for Rey to do that. You need 6 for Leia. But also for Leia, you need 1 on R2-D2. You'd need, what, 2 on Drogon? 1 on Drogon? You need some on Drogon. And you want 1 on Captain Rex to bolster up your Phoenix. So, yeah. Maybe Leviathan is your best bet because it saves you Zetas for your next project. That might be the best bet. Like, I think Rey and Leviathan could be good ideas. Now that you mention Leviathan, I think if you do Leviathan relic levels, you start working on Rey, you'll be in good shape. That's probably what I would do, and I'd hold off on Leia. Like, Leia would be nice. Leia will be your, like, that's where your Kyrotechs are going to go mostly, would be towards Leia. While you save them for Rey, while you save them for, you know, some of those characters. But that you can work on Leviathan because that's primarily just relic levels, which means you're saving Kyrotechs for Leia. Then, as you finish off your Leviathan, you can use whatever remaining Kyrotechs you need, get Galactic Legends Rey, and then by that point, you're probably ready to start the relic process again for Galactic Legends Leia Organa. That would be my game plan. I think that's what I would do. So, Leviathan, Rey, Leia. Sounds like a strange order, but I think it makes sense. Just looking at the fact that you need Zetas right now, being able to go for Leviathan saves you time. It's going to allow you to recuperate those Zetas, allow you to put them where you need them. So that's the advice, my friend. That's what I would do. All right, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat, my friend. If you got questions, again, put them in the chat. Let me know. I try to answer them as I can. But that would be the order I would go in. All right, so I saw Jango Fett's code somewhere, and I saw let's go here. All right, Jango. So, Jango, what are we working on, my friend? I'm just scrolling through. All right, what are we working on, Jango? I'm trying to see if there's anything obvious in here. So you bought the Rey Lightspeed bundle. Okay, so you have Rey. So you have Galactic Legends Rey. So you need her. You did it the hard way too. You did it without Zori. So we need. Do you have any kind of Zetas, Jango? Do we have any kind of Zetas or no? Are we just completely out of Zetas? It's okay if you are. I'm asking for context here. Okay. So we're ready for almost ready for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren there. You need Relic 7 on OG Kylo. And then we need a Relic 7 on Palpatine. Alright, so you don't have any Zetas. Okay. So that's going to actually make your life simpler for a little bit. Dank ideals, my friend, 2 months on the council. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking, Jango. So you're kind of in this position where, because even though you're closing on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you don't have any Zetas for Rey. So now you're looking at however long until you get all of the Zetas that you need for her. Hint, it's 6. So in that time, what we're going to do is work on some of these relic levels like Jedi Knight Revan, Commander Luke, Malik, Chewbacca, Basti Fallen, Han. You want to work on some of these characters who you have Zetas equipped on. This is going to be the important time in your roster where if you don't have the Zetas to spend, right? Like, because you got to think, you need 6 Zetas for Rey, and then you need 6 more for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So you're 12 Zetas in the hole. The only way you can recuperate those Zetas without spending money is time. And so you want to spend that time building things in your roster that can lead you to something else, that can make your roster better, that will give you more resources. So things like the Commander Luke Skywalker team, your Jedi teams, those are kind of some good areas to look at to bolster your account, right? So look at some of those teams where you already have Zetas equipped that will significantly increase your effectiveness in the game. And I'm looking at like Revan, Commander Luke teams. Because I really think that, I really think that right now, trying to go right into another Galactic Legend farm, not having those Zetas, it's just not going to be as effective. So that would be my game plan for you. Yeah, a lot of Gear 12s, which is okay. Again, I think a lot of players wouldn't have as many Gear 12s if Lightspeed bundles didn't exist. Need more soda. So that would be my game plan for you. Because we're at this point with Rey, like, you've got to invest your stuff. And if you're short on Kyrotech too, which I'm sure that's probably what she's missing is Kyrotech. If we're short on Kyrotech, invest some relic levels into some of these other characters. But you've got to focus on trying to build up your roster in a way that is going to give you the best advantage possible. And again, if you're willing to spend more money, again, I'm just making sure people are aware that there are Zeta packs coming. There are packs that Capital Games is going to sell that have Zetas in them. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. Otherwise, I think you're pretty locked in with, I would say that your farming, in a sense, is pretty locked into what I would tell you to do. That, like, you don't have a lot of leeway of, like, oh, you could go do this, you could go do this. Like, I think you've got to get Rey. Then we need to recuperate Zetas, spend some resources on some other teams, finish off Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, start working on him, slap all the Zetas on him, and then from Kylo, that would be the point in time in your roster when you can decide what to do. You're also above 4 million galactic power. Make sure you're doing hard mode conquest. Spam it as much as you can. You're going to want to do that because hard mode is just significantly better than anything else in this game. Do we know the price point of the Zeta packs yet? No, just assume it's going to make you cry. Just assume that the price point's going to make you cry because they know they have all of us by the balls, right? They know they've got us all where they want us. So right now we're on, this is Jango Fett's account. So we got Jango Fett. Talking to Wombat for a second here. So Wombat, we did Jango Fett. I'm still waiting. I think Andrew Bradshaw was in chat and had said something, so I need to see if Andrew wants something. We've got Daniel Templeton on the list here, and then we've got ISO as well. So we got to get to Daniel here. ISO, Andrew, if we're still in chat. So we're definitely working through it. I've got a list. I'd say I keep a pretty good list in my head. I can at least keep like super chats and channel members pretty well in my head. The free ones kind of get lost in the mix, guys, just because his chat keeps going up. It scrolls up and then just kind of loses stuff. It's normally when I say like, hey, if you're still here, toss it. All right. So yeah, I think that right now for Jango Fett's account, it's just saving Zetas. That's going to be the smartest thing to do. You just got to save your Zetas. Yeah. I don't want to say I hate seeing that Zetas are this at this point in the game. I'd love if Zetas were common enough that they, like, Zetas and Omegas are crushing the player base right now with these packs. And Capital Games knew that when they did it, and yeah, they're just laughing their way to the bank. Yeah, Jeremiah, man, it just happens, buddy. It just happens as super chats, as channel members come in. Just kind of one of those things where, unfortunately, you know, got to do what we got to do here. Those are the rules that I made up in my head. So we've got to get to Daniel Templeton here. Here we go. All right, Daniel Templeton, channel member here, my friend. Thank you, buddy, so much. Appreciate you joining the council. So Daniel Templeton, he just finished Executor, the hard way besides Relic Dengar. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's such a great line, Daniel. Oh my gosh. Next steps are relicking BAM, C-3PO for Padme, CLS, finishing Palp, Captain Rex, CLS, finishing off Light LS for Rey. Okay. All right, Daniel. So, we did get Padme. Bought Lightspeed for Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Wow. Okay. All right, hold on. So let's start here. All right. Okay, so we bought a lot of the bundles. Wow. I'm going to say this, I don't hate your Omicron on Rose because it can be very annoying with the Zori Omicron. Okay. Yeah, no problem, Jango. I got you, man. Okay, so I'm just looking through the account right now. I'm just looking through Daniel Templeton here. So Daniel, we did a lot of really, really good things with this account. You bought a lot of the really good bundles. So yeah, bad Zetas happen. I've got some bad Zetas. So here's what I'm going to say we want to do. let's look at your ships first, because your ships are going to really determine where we're at in terms of. So you have Radis. You at least have a 4-star Executor, which is good. All right. What does the resistance look like again? Relic 7, Relic 7, and Relic 7. So I would honestly, if I was you, Daniel, I would prioritize getting Galactic Legends Ray. You have the Radis at 4 stars. Right? So you've got the Radis at 4-star. Which means it's not going to be long for you to get there. You then have the packs. You've got Zori too. Got a few Zetas equipped, which is good. So at this point here, I would relic your Ray, Jedi Training Ray, relic BB-8, get your Scavenger Ray. By doing that, start the Ray process. Now, you kind of get the decision of, do you go for Jedi Master Luke because you'd have Wedge done, Princess Leia, Biggs, Old Ben is close, Commander Luke Skywalker, like you could start thinking about like a Jedi Master Luke. Or just go straight into, say Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Let's just take a look at your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren before I say, hey, that's the plan. Okay, so you did buy that. Did you buy the other pack too? Yeah. So by the time you get Rey, you could be starting your Kylo journey because that's when you could get Finalizer. So you could get Rey, you could get Kylo, and in turn then get Jedi Master Luke. I think that would be, because, and this is why I say this, you have Executor. Because you have Executor, so you have crystal income. You have stable crystal income. So, I think what we do, I'm just looking at this, I think you go Rey, Kylo, Jedi Master Luke in that order. Like Rey, Kylo, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke. Kind of in that order. Because your first order is so far, like, you need a Relic 7 here, a Relic 7 here, and a Relic 7 on Emperor Palpatine. So 3 Relic 7s. You think, okay, that sounds like a lot. But it's only, you think it's Relic levels on 2 of them, and then 1 Gear 13 plus Relic levels. Jedi Knight Luke, we'd need Relic 3 here, Relic 3 here, Relic 3 here, Relic 3, Relic 3. So you're looking at a lot more gear getting invested into Jedi Knight Luke comparative to the relics getting invested into Kylo. That you could start working on your Kylo and at that same time start getting closer to Jedi Knight Luke, because Kylo takes a lot of Kyrotech, where characters like Rebel Officer Leia Organa, Captain Han, they don't take much Kyrotech, and they're not going to eat up the same amount of core gear that somebody like Kylo does. So I think we start that Kylo, get him early, then you get Jedi Knight Luke, then you go into Jedi Master Luke. If we do that, I think you'll be in really good shape. So the Rey, Kylo, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke. I think that's kind of what I'm looking at, because I get where you're at right now. Oh yeah, finish off General Skywalker. Hold on. Not yet. I would not finish Jedi. I would not finish General Skywalker yet because your 501st isn't ready yet. So like your Commander Luke, you think like your Commander Luke will get finished when you get Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. When you get Jedi Knight Luke, you need a Relic 3 Commander Luke. So by the time that you get to Jedi Master Luke, your Commander Luke, C-3PO, Chewbacca, Han Solo, and Chewpio will all be at Relic levels. So that team kind of takes care of itself. That's one of the big reasons I love Jedi Master Luke, is because he gives you that Commander Luke team. So you get to do kind of everything. Where like normally you're like, oh, it's like a galactic legend, then build a really good team. Jedi Master Luke's does everything for you, right? Where you get good teams out of it, get a good galactic legend. So that's what I would do. Yeah, that's the order I would go in there. All right, so that's where we're at here. So Rey, Kylo, Jedi Knight Luke, building up those Jedi Knight Luke characters to build that good CLS team. That's the plan there. I like that a lot, Daniel. Thank you so much for joining, being on the council, my friend. I'll have to update my graphic for you guys who are new channel members. Got to make sure we get you in there after the stream. Very much appreciated. All right, so we have ISO, who is farming up the Leia Rex at the moment. I've got to keep moving on these super chats. And Wombat, I saw yours on behalf of somebody else, my friend. That was completely unnecessary. You are way too kind of a human being. So we have Isa here, farming up the Leia Rex, farming Rey's ultimate mats, which is awesome. All the Zetas on her is good too. I love seeing that. Love seeing all the Zetas on her. So we've got to look at Leia here. Let's just see where we're going. So Relic 3 on Rex is good. And you bought the Phoenix pack. Slap the Omicron on him. You'll love your life. Okay, Akbar's done. Lando's getting there. So we need Drogon done. And Lobot's almost there. So you're very close here, Issa. You're very close to Leia's Rex. Very close to Leia's Rex. How we doing on the Ewok? All right. I mean, you've equipped Kyrotech. And Scout Trooper, same thing. You've equipped a lot of the Kyrotech that you would need, so that's really good. You're like, yeah, okay. So still a little bit further on Coors Light Leia, but I mean, this is good. This is like very, very good. So you're going to get Rey. You're going to get Leia. I love that. That's, oh my gosh. And then can you get, after you get Leia, I would go into Jedi, I would definitely get Jedi Master Luke. So if you get Jedi Master Luke, you get Leia, I'd get Jedi Master Luke. Just go back to back right away. There's way too much overlap there. Take advantage, especially while you're thinking of all those rebels right now. That you're like working on them already. May as well go get your Jedi Master Luke, because you think, when I look at this, so, oops, that's Jedi. Well, I guess you do need that. So Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, Relic 7. Old Ben, Relic 5, and Hermit Yoda needs to be, he's done, okay. So a little bit of work there. But then, he's done. 1 relic level away, 2 relic levels away. He's done. 1 relic level away. R2-D2 will be done if you get Leia. We talked about old Ben already. Lando will be done for that. Leia's done. Wedge is done. Biggs is done. So you'd need Mothma. Yeah, I think that's legit, my friend. That's what I would do. So Leia, then Jedi Master Luke. I think that's a solid plan for you. That's a solid plan. You have your Executor, and then maybe even throw in a Profundity at some point because you just got all these good Rebel pilots. Start working on those things. But that's kind of the game plan, man. I think Leia, Jedi Master Luke, get into those other things there. That's my thought process. That's how I do that. All right, buddy. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think I'm confident in that. I don't think I need to think a lot about this one because the decisions are kind of laid out in front of me. Leia, Jedi Master Luke, and then probably like Profundity. That's where we're heading with Issa's account with the 2 British pounds, my friends. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Let's get into JP Marias. And then we get to Wombats, and we're going to take a special break after we do Wombats, all right? So you guys stay with me here, okay? When we get to Wombats, I got to take a break, and we're going to take a special break when we do Wombats. All right, so we've got JP Marias, who is working towards Jedi Master Luke. So did we bought the Phoenix bundle. We bought the Rebel bundle. Okay, makes sense. Now we threw a bunch of Zetas on. Now the Zetas you threw on, I'm okay with. I'm okay with this, okay with this, okay with this, okay with this. That makes sense to me. Close enough with the surname. Yeah, dude, pronunciation is, English is not my first language. I wouldn't even see American is, like, whatever, like Pig Latin or something. Like, it's bad. So, I'm looking here. So you were you working on Executor before you did Jedi, before you decided to go for Jedi Master Luke? I'm just looking at the Relegate Boba Fett. Relic Darth Vader, that's okay. So you're going to be, what, a stone's throw away at this point from Jedi Knight Luke. Rolo needs done. So if you get Rolo done. So yeah, so you don't have much left for, okay, so you're building your Jedi, I like that. So you're going to build, I'm assuming that means Jedi Knight Revan at least. So yeah, you'll build a good Jedi team. That's a good solid move. I like that plan. I would actually argue, even if you just get Revan, then go straight into Jedi Knight Luke, because you could use like Hermit Yoda, Jedi Knight Revan. You could throw Ezra and Old Ben in there. Like, you'll have teams to use at that point, right? Oh, you're working on Jabba. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so you're kind of close. I mean, you're like did some stuff for Executor that you didn't have to do, but that works because Executor's awesome. And they just released the Lightspeed bundle for Executor, which is like crazy. And you bought the First Order pack, right? And working on Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie. Okay. All right, so working on those guys. So, Jedi Master Luke makes sense. Then I think Supreme Leader Kylo Ren makes sense, if you have the ships for it. Which, that's a big if right now. Do you? Yeah, so you need to be working. If you want to get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you need to be working on these ships at some point. Whether it's by skipping ahead and doing the Lightspeed bundle, or whether it's sitting down and farming these things. If you ever want to get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you've got to be farming those ships. Gotta do it. Just they're so incredibly important. Because, so getting Jedi Master Luke, starting to farm those ships, and that's kind of why I would say you could lead in towards that Executor, because there's so much overlap with those ships and the Finalizer. So you could get Executor, get the Finalizer, get your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and then by that point, you're going to be, rocking and rolling. You have a lot of shards, just not currency. Makes sense. And because you probably just did do a bunch of relic or a bunch of upgrades on your Rebel fleets. So you're working on your Galactic Republic ships now. Do you have okay, you have a negotiator. Wow, 7-star negotiator already. So, start thinking about these ships then. Gosh, yeah, you got a lot to think about here. I would argue we start focusing on Jedi Master Luke, Executor ships, so that we can get the Finalizer, so that we can start working on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. That's kind of the direction I would head. Because your Galactic Republic ships are going to carry you for a long time with where they're at. Most players can't beat a negotiator at this point. Especially if you have both negotiator and if you got Executor sooner rather than later, players would really struggle with that. So that I would definitely think about that, JP. Otherwise, man, I think you're in like solid shape here. I wouldn't go crazy on any more relic levels. Like I would just kind of at this point, I would kind of let your roster come to you, if that makes sense. Like get your Jedi Knight Luke and the Jedi team, get Jedi Master Luke, figure out what you're going to use there. Start working on that Kylo. You get Executor, you kind of get a Bounty Hunter team, and then you kind of let your roster grow from there. That's my thought process. TD11, I saw this question. So I want to answer this because it's a solid question. How important is the Bad Batch ship? If you're trying to beat Leviathan, Profundity, and Executor, extremely important. If you're just trying to beat the Malevolence, you don't need it. Like, before that, you don't need that ship. It's a very solid ship. It works really well in the off meta, so it's very important there. But if you're asking me, do you need the Negotiator to do Negotiator things to all the rest of the fleets? Like, you don't need the Marauder. You don't. And we existed with Marauder for how many years, and the Negotiator was still the fourth best fleet before it was released. So I would hesitate saying that it's important if you want to beat the best stuff in the game, but if you're just looking for it to be the fourth best fleet, you don't need Marauder. That's how I would look at it. But yeah, JP, I think that's your plan. Jedi Master Luke, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and then kind of let some things come to you. Maybe think about Executor in there, because the Executor will help you indefinitely, and you'll be building those ships for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so it's a win-win situation for you. Kind of get everything all at once. So that's the review there, my friend. Otherwise, just stay focused on the Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Lukes of the world. Stay focused on that stuff. If you can stay focused there, you'll see a lot of benefits coming in, maybe not this conquest or the next, but like you'll see them coming in later conquests, because Jedi Master Luke, one of the most important conquest characters. Love Jedi Master Luke for conquest. That's the thought process there. All right, so we've got Wombat with $10. So this was to help Jeremiah. And then Wombat's got some stuff here that I will read after we get Jeremiah's review here. So Jeremiah said, I'm finishing Leia's ult by Christmas, then getting Rey's ult. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren shortly coming after that. Debating between Profundity or Levi with Zeta catch-up, Inquisitors, Starkiller mixed in. Okay. All right, Jeremiah. So you got a lot of stuff going on. Ooh, JP, what team do I recommend for Jedi Master Luke? So I like to use Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, Hermit Yoda, And then you can, those last 2 slots, the A team, throw in like Jedi Knight Revan, and then Big Shock, Grandmaster Yoda, Old Ben, kind of whoever you want. That's like your A standard team. If you want to make more Jedi teams, that's where you start kind of breaking people off and building more from there. But your like A standard team is normally Jedi Master Luke, Hermit Yoda, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, and then a 5th. So Jeremiah. So finishing Leia's ult. So your guild is very happy that it's Rise of the Empire because you have no dark side. Oh my gosh. You definitely need Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. We need some dark side in this roster. Holy cow. Alright. So is Kylo just on the... Yeah, okay. That makes sense. How do our UFUs look? Alright. Malicos 2. So, I'm going to say this right now. With Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I would then put Malicos in discussion to start farming him because of how good he is with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and what's it called? With like I would use like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Malicos, and Kylo Ren Unmasked is a fantastic counter to Leia. So Malicos could really be worth your time there, kind of building that sort of. It's not really off meta, but building that counter, having something in your pocket for other Leias would be super, super nice. Now, you're in a big Zeta deficit right now, which is never a good place to be. So, you're debating between Profundity or Leviathan. Leviathan. The reason I say Leviathan, you don't even have Admiral Raddus unlocked yet. So you have to farm Admiral Raddus from scratch. Where you have Malak at Relic 7. You've got Revan at Relic 5. So they're already geared up. Marauder is geared up. These guys don't take that many Kyrotech, so you're pretty safe there. And then you need a Relic 7 Maul. Which, not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, you would need to get Sith Assassin's ship. What do your Sith ships look like? Yeah, so you still have some farming work to do here, but I think I would still argue that going for Leviathan makes the most sense, Jeremiah, because the next fleet they release is going to be probably a little bit better than Leviathan and significantly better than Profundity. So I kind of look at it from this perspective that I'd rather you build something that's going to be, say, the B standard instead of the A standard than build, like, the C standard. So I would definitely build the Leviathan before I built Profundity. And what I'd be careful with is that you need a lot of Zetas. Oops. Oh, that felt good. You said you need a lot of Zeta catch-up. So, and then you mentioned Starkiller, and you mentioned Inquisitors. I'd hesitate both of those because of the Zeta investments there are very, very heavy. You're looking at a lot of Zetas that you need for those characters. So I'd kind of say that maybe it's better to, how do I say this? I think you'd be better off maybe not doing some of those heavy Zeta things after you get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and going into that Leviathan, kind of take that break and then see where you're at. But I would not try to do a lot of Zeta intensive stuff because what you don't want to put yourself in the position of, just guys, you got to think, anybody with Zetas, maybe I should make a video about this, good idea for me, is with 2024 on the horizon, there could be another Galactic Legend coming. There could be more of these really good characters and fleets and stuff. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where, like, I'm trying to do this with myself, where I'm trying to make sure I start saving Zetas, because if you go unlock a character like Starkiller in 2024, throw the Zetas on him, and then something comes out that's better than Starkiller, and then you go and farm that and you don't have the Zetas for it. Like, that's, you want to start making sure that we need to get back to, hey, I've got some Zetas on hand in case XYZ happens. Because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you unlock a Galactic Legend and have nothing for them, and then something else comes out that you want to be able to put stuff on. Like, it sounds so strange, but I'm telling you that I think 2024, imagine that other Lightspeed bundles come out. You know, there's more Zetas that you need to get. I would just be thinking about starting to save some of these Zetas going into next year. So that's why I would hesitate, Jeremiah, for you on Inquisitors or Starkiller when you've still got 6 Zetas in Jedi and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren coming down the pipeline. You still need one on Rey. And arguably, you're going to want them on Ben Solo, too, whenever you do get him. Ben Solo has to be priority if you're getting Rey. So I would definitely be doing that. And finally, let's see if you need the Zetas on Zori. Yeah, and Zori, too. So Zori and Ben Solo, those are your Zetas right there. Those are the Zetas I'd be doing on your account. The ones that are actually going to make a significant difference today. Not the Inquisitor ones where they make a significant difference when you get Grand Inquisitor and when you get Reva. So hopefully that makes sense. Alright. I need to grab some soda before I answer Wombat's question here. So, Wombat, you know what's coming, but you all got to give me a sec while I get some more soda for this. Oh. Yeah, Ben Solo next Proving Grounds, man. You definitely got to do that. Yeah, Inquisitor 6 months away. Jeremiah, let's just worry about Ben Solo and Zori right now. Let's get those Zetas. All right, Wombat. So he said, also, give me another bad decision to make. Relic 8 Han Solo with no plans for Jabba. It's for the raid and for the guild. I know, weird. All right, Wombat, let's see what we got. How do I feel about Lord Vader and Bane? I think it will be... I think for offense it could be good. The problem that I see is that a team like Leia... Like, so Bane is not going to get the bonuses from Lord Vader like everybody else does. You're going to be able to critically hit Bane. You're going to be able to, like, he doesn't get the bonuses of no protection and stuff. So there'll be some nice things that happen to Lord Vader, but depending on the team that he's going up against, I don't know that it would matter per se. Like, I think it could be very good, being able to ignore taunt and stuff. There's a lot of good things there. But I would say that Sith Eternal and Bane is going to be far better than Lord Vader and Bane. just my thought process through that. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and Lord Vader and Bane is the next greatest thing, and that this is really a Lord Vader lifter, so that way Maul and his Mandalorian friends can exist. All right, Wombat. So to answer your question here, Relic 8, Han, and Piet are fantastic for the raid. They are so good for the raid. I think they are, like, they're amazing. For the fact that you need both of them at Relic 8 for different farms, and then they perform as well as they do in the raid, they do over 2, for me, they do over 2 million damage. So, I would definitely say that your Relic 8 Han would be a solid investment because you do eventually need him for Jabba. It will pay off. Geez, Clokey, man. Oh my gosh. Dude, you do this every stream, Clokey. You are just unbelievably insane, my friend. Clokey, you know the drill. You know what that means, right? He knows what this means. He knows what he just did. He knows what he just did. He knows what he just did. He knows what's happening next. That's why he did that. He knows what's happening next. Yeah, Wombat, I would definitely say the Relic 8 on Han, not wasted. Like, just solid all-around character. Makes the Commander Luke Skywalker team significantly, like, more difficult to beat. On offense, it'll allow you to beat more stuff, but defensively, it will destroy people. Because he hits so much harder. So, it definitely causes problems. Yeah, Clokey, don't worry, man. We're going to get you in here. But I think we all know what time it is. Wombat knows what's coming here. So, Wombat, yes, to answer your final question there, I would 100% be going for Han Solo for Relic 8. That's a good one. Ooh, Rey mods. Where are your Rey mods? Is she poverty? Where is she at? Oh, Clokey. Dude, you're way too kind, my friend. I'm nothing crazy. So Rey's mods are good. This is a very good mod for her. The defense percent actually sneakily good. Sneakily good right there. This is decent. A little bit slow. And the potency not helping us, but good offense. Again, solid. A little bit more offense and less of the other garbage, but good. Solid mod right there. Also very solid mod right here. Again, defense being very sneakily good on that mod. And then up here, again, another solid mod. The defense is very sneaky on her. Very sneakily good defense on her. You will need a little bit more speed if you want to complete the ultimate tier. But not horrible at all. Not horrible at all. Like, I think those are very good mods to start with. And you can build from those mods. That's what I like to see, is that you could build from them. And that, like, the primaries being health, and health is what you want. I'd rather see more health and then build your offense rather than try to build the offense. Because, like, a high offense Rey, this is the other thing, guys, before we get into the next part here that everybody's really waiting for. High offense Reys are only good if they have enough health that... How do I say this? A high offense Rey is only good if they have enough health to keep your Star Killer from getting them to damage immunity and getting them low. Because once you can get her down, it goes south very quickly. So, yeah. Wombat, I think you're looking good. You just need some Zetas on that. Definitely need some Zetas on her. So, guys, the title card said it. There's potential for some light speed bundles here. So, looking through my account, I think this is the one that makes the most sense, right? We definitely think that this pack helps me the most, right? This is the best one. Clucky, God. Dude. Cloaky, my friend. What are we... Cloaky is, I mean, Hall of Fame level at this point. A Hall of Fame level. He's going to make me buy the Kylo pack just because he gets to do whatever he wants at this point. So, yeah, this is the pack that makes the most sense for me, right, guys? Think, get the First Order. I need them all at Relic 5, right? Or maybe like the Finalizer bundle would be really good. Yeah, I need the Relic levels on my pilots. I'd get 2 Relic levels out of this. I'd get extra relics on my pilot. So, of these ones that I'm thinking of here, the one that I think makes the most sense for me and what I could really benefit from right now is definitely the Shadows of the Empire bundle here. Giving me the Phoenix characters is huge. Giving me Farm Boy Luke doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but that's a character I don't have to spend core gear on. It's a character I don't have to spend relics on. This saves me so much time right here. So that's kind of the plan right now, is to get... This is the one that I've really wanted to get with the Phoenix. So I've just got to... I might have to... When I have to enter my... hold on. Let me pull up my... Okay, there's my iTunes password. Hold on, guys. I do apologize if I cut out because I think I have double authentication on this. Jeez, the ways, Cloaky. What are you... Oh my gosh. Everybody on the stream's gonna end up being a channel member. I'm gonna have Cloaky's getting you're gonna have your own little, what's it called? You're gonna have your own little, like, all the channel memberships you gifted tonight. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Oh, hold on. Is it gonna make me enter anything? Oh my god, that's horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I got a pack from the store. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So now I've got a full Phoenix team. And they even have mods on them, guys. Look at that. Yeah, that's the big thing. Dude, that was huge. Like, they've... You all are going to get pissed off at me that my Phoenix already has mods on it. Restart my game. Alright, let's restart. Hold on, everybody. Got a nice ad. Awaken Savior. Awakener Savior. What the... I swear, BlueStacks has the strangest ads of all time. Oh, that pack also magically, yeah. No, those mods have been on my Phoenix team for eons. Yeah, it gave Farm Boy Luke mods too. Yeah, you guys miss out. If you stream on YouTube, the packs give you mods for your Phoenix team. Oh no, dude, my Phoenix have had mods. You guys have never seen this? Every single character that I can has mods on them. You want to know why when I get new mods that I don't get that error message is because they're somehow sitting on a character like this. Some of you would probably get PO'd at seeing some of the mods that are on these characters. Let's click you for a second. What do I got on you? Okay, that doesn't help. 11 speed. 8, 4, 8, 9 on him here. Look, 13 speed offense on here just because like I don't have room for it somewhere. So yeah, I've got mods sitting on everybody. Wow. Ooh, and I do get a... I forgot. I can put this Zeta on Cal, and this is the one I want. I do want this Zeta. There we go. You guys get to see that, too. Biggest clickbait, they gave Phoenix mods. Oh, you guys are... They gave Phoenix mods. It'd be bigger clickbait than my changing guilds video. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh man, yeah. Cloaky, dude, crushing it. Dank ideals. Oh man, all right, I got so many of these things to get to. Holy Toledo. Okay, so that was Wombats. No. I can't even do the Cal Omicron. Don't even start with me. I can't even do this. I have 8 mats. I have 8 of them. No, I'm not getting the Zeta bundle. Because I can start saving now. I don't need any more Zetas on this account right now. I can save all of my gear, everything, for what I want to farm. I can save everything for my Cal and Darth Bane. If I can save, 6 Zetas, then I can start putting Zetas on the Phoenix team. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whew. What a turn of events. I didn't even gain that much galactic power from that. Did you guys see it was like 6,000? Was it 60,000 galactic power or like 6? What if it's 1099? That doesn't matter. I just don't know that I could buy Zetas. I'd rather just wait. You think I'd do it? I think you guys would make me do it. That's probably a better answer, is that you guys would make me do it. Cloaky would make me do it. Cloaky's the one. Yeah, Cloaky's like, I need that Zeta bundle today. All right, so now we got to get up to Sherwin plan. All right, Sherwin, let's see what we got. We got to get back into roster reviews, away from the depravity that was that Lightspeed bundle. That one went down way easier than the first one. That's a scary thought. You did open up with a Cal Omicron. I also, see, that's the problem. I can't just get Cal's Omicron. I have to get Fulcrum's Omicron, too. That's 2 Omicrons. I can't do that. I need him for Darth Bane. Darth Bane. All right, so now we've got Sherwin. So he's... All right, so I'm going to unlock Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Rey, and JML in the next 4 to 5 months. Struggling to get Zetas. I plan on finishing those 3 next, but I will be struggling to get the Zetas and the mods. You have good mods for your roster, but after these unlocks, you don't know what you should do. What team should I strip mods off of to make way for the bigger and better teams? Okay. You also said that you're like a month out from Riva and Malgus, correct? Oh, wow. All right. Wow, okay. So a lot of Zetas to do. So here's what I'm going to say first. A character like Malgus to me has always been... Oops. All right, can you guys give me... Hold on. Let me finish this thought, and then I got to run up and help give my infant some Motrin. She's had a fever all day. So hold on, Sherwin. I will be back down. You guys give me 1 second here. Malgus is going to immediately impact you. So that would be... Malgus would be one that I would be absolutely putting Zetas on. Right? Like, that's a character who I'd be investing Zetas and investing Omicrons in. in terms of whose mods you could take away, I would look at maybe, like, what do you have on guys like your first order, like your leftover first order characters would be a good start. Your leftover resistance characters, any of these guys who, like your resistance pilot, I don't know if you have anything on him. Yeah, you don't have anything on him. That's good. So I would look at those characters where you're not going to use them a ton. Those would be the first ones I'd look to take them off of. You'll have enough Zetas for Riva and Malgus. That's okay. So I think if we get Riva, you get Malgus, and then you just start saving for each Galactic Legend as you get them, I think will be good. The mods is just going to have to come from kind of looking at the characters who you're not using and getting them from there, if they're decent. Like, those don't have speed on them, so that's fine. Like, this mod can go to somebody. So any mod that's got speed on it, we can start moving to other characters. That's what I would do. So if you give me 1 sec, Sherwin, I will finish this, I promise. Give me 1 moment. I've got to go give my toddler some Motrin here. Give me 1 second, guys. Or toddler. Infant. All right, there we go. I am back. Clokey, my friend, not sure if you're still on, but thank you so much, buddy. You are way too kind. All right. All right, so Sherwin, I am back now, so I can give you... So, yeah, Malgus and Riva is priority because you have the stuff today, right? Think about, like, in your roster now, you have everything today to take advantage of them. So then you're going to get, you said, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Rey, and Jedi Master Luke. So what I would say Fury, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Fury. So what I would say you do, Sherwin, is you start planning your mods for your GLs first. Don't worry about their teams as much as you do the GL themselves. So same thing with Riva. Like worry about Riva's mods, worry about like Grand Inquisitor, and then everybody else's just kind of let them fall where they are. With Malgus, worry about Malgus's mods. Worry like one character at a time. What our goal is going to be is that whatever you do, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Rey, whatever order you go in, you worry about that one's mods. And that way, it's like you get your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, start worrying about Rey's mods. You've got mods for Rey, start worrying about mods for Jedi Master Luke. You got your Jedi Master Luke mods, start worrying about Jedi Knight Luke. Then you worry about, Kylo Ren and Master, whoever else. That kind of start doing this one character at a time approach. I think for where your account is and all the stuff you're going to be getting, I don't know that you could quite afford or manage to try and mod multiple characters at one time. I think you're going to be best focusing on one at a time and using what I love to call, right, the trickle down method, right? The mod that's not good enough for Riva gets to go to somebody else and vice versa. And the nice thing is that Riva and Rey can share similar mod sets and that they both like health and offense. Jedi Master Luke, he likes speed and protection. Kylo likes speed and offense. So not a ton of overlap there, unfortunately. And then Malgus just wants a stupid amount of health. So at least with Malgus, it's not impossible. That's not a bad idea after the GLs to go straight for Leviathan so you have like mod farming. That's not a horrible thought process. The nice thing for you will be you've got Jabba so you can get to Smuggler's Run. So you'll be able to slice the mods that you need. So yeah, I really, really like that you did that. In terms of characters who you could rip mods off of, gosh. Honestly, I don't know if I could recommend. I'm just looking through it. Like, it'd be like your random characters like this who you don't even have mods on to begin with, right? That would be my thought process. Yeah, like even like a Magna Guard, you could maybe try to, you've got random mods on them, but we'll get around to this. And your guilds want you to plan for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis too. So this is where I'd say this. Like my guild, we're doing the same thing. My guild, they just talked about, hey, we need to start working on Relic 8 tunes. But only if you have Leia and Jedi Knight Cal. That's what my guild did. So I would say to your guild, hey, I'm more than happy to start trying to get to Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, but recognize that I'm close to getting 3 Galactic Legends, Leviathan, Malgus. Like I'm close to getting all these other things that are far more beneficial to the guild overall than just Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Like I would argue, if you asked any guild, would you rather your player get 1 Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or 3 Galactic Legends, Riva and Malgus? They'll take the 3 GLs, Riva and Malgus, because that's going to help you in every single game mode. You got to look beyond just Zepho, that those GLs are going to help you in GAC. They're going to help you in the Galactic Legend event. Malgus and Riva help in those other areas as well. So now you're earning more resources from Grand Arena, from other game modes, and that's going to allow you to grow faster. So that's one of the things you want to look at in your account. So I would say you prioritize Riva, Malgus, prioritize your GLs, mod 1 character at a time, trickle down method with your mods, and try to make your Galactic Legends and your top tier characters the God tier ones, and let them kind of trickle down to everybody else. And that way, those mods that were God tier on Malgus are now God tier on whoever else needs health down below. So that would be my plan for you, Sherwin. So hopefully that helps you. I hope that helps. That's the best I can do for you, man. I mean, it sounds silly. That's the best I can do, but like I think that's the best advice for you. It's just I would follow those steps and I'd try to just get across to your guild that it's far more beneficial for you to get those other things than trying to get Jedi Knight count right now. That would be your plan moving forward. I think you've got to just get those big ticket items out of the way, especially with your GP where you're at. Like, you've got really good pieces, so building more of those good things makes your account even more ridiculous. All right, next we've got Fury here. So Fury with 12.2 million. Oh my gosh. I see Mauve Vanguard, and I just know that this is about to be insane. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's more relic 8s and 9s on this front page. Oh, there's 50. Oh my gosh. Oh man. All right, Fury, let's see what kind of player you are. Only one Zeta on Reva. 2 on Gideon. 3 on Boba Fett. So I'm expecting, none on Chrysanthemum. This is what I was expecting. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I'm impressed there. Yeah. Okay. So are you, Fury, so are you a big territory war account? I'm just like looking at, are you more focused on territory wars than Grand Arena? Right? I'm just looking at the Omicrons you have versus the Omicrons that are missing. Right? Yeah, territory war focused. Makes sense. If you're in Maw, you're normally territory war focused. Yeah, this is insane. I mean, guys, you are seeing this is, and I love, I'm glad that Fury shared this, and I'll tell you why. I think a lot of players don't quite understand that at the top level of the game that they don't look like Arnold's account, where Arnold only cares about Grand Arena. He is he's an outlier for his GP. He's an outlier. Most of the guys at that level only care about territory wars. I mean, it just, yeah. And the thing is, somebody said, Dank, Kyber 1, is he territory war focused? You got to remember, Omicron's help. One, he's got 12.2 million galactic power, but also, he's probably a good player, too. There comes a point where Omicron's help, but if you're just a good player, it doesn't matter, right? If you're a good player, you're going to get through your opponent's defense regardless. And the Datacrons, you got to think Datacrons here are playing a big role in that. That he could set some of these Datacrons and just completely stop people in their tracks. I want to see what you don't have. That's what I'm curious on. What are we... So, Fury, are you working on... Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. So you're working on the new characters for Bo-Katan. It makes that's exactly what I was expecting. Keller and Beck's Omicron because we want Galactic Republic Jedi. Yeah, so that makes, I mean, only your last account had 7 total Grand Arena Omicrons. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, the ones you have make sense, like Savage, Qui-Gon. But I haven't seen one of the GAC Omicrons that I'm like, does that really make sense? Like, they all make sense to me. How does Fury, I do have a question, if you don't mind me asking. How does your, like, does your guild, is the Poggle Omicron really, really good at that level? Or is it one of those that you guys just kind of set down and it gets one shot, but it costs people stuff? Like, what's the, I think it's a good Omicron, especially early on, but in the later, like in your stage of territory wars, is that something that's getting holds regularly? Because if it is, then everybody on this stream is going to go, put the Poggle Omicron on. That's why I wanted to ask. I was curious because I see it at like other levels. Like one of my buddies has it, and he gets holds every single Grand Arena with it. Is that happening at your level too, or is that just something that you guys set down knowing your opponent can counter it, but it takes, good teams? I was curious about that. Like, this is just so cool. I want to see mods on a couple of these things. Let's go up here a little bit. I want to see some mods. And I want to go, the one I want to look at, I want to look at Jedi Master Luke. I want to see how much protection. I'm going to say over, oh, he's got potency. Hold on. I'm going to say over, hold on. Okay, that's protection. I wanted to see that first. I'm going to say over 150. Oh, yes. I knew it was over 150. That is so... Look at that, guys. Plus 200 speed, over 150. Look at that, 12%. That is so much protection. That's a crazy amount of protection. Your JML sucks at 150. What does the rest of your guild have? Crikey, man. The speed on your Lord Vader is actually, slower than mine, and I thought mine was slow, but you have some significantly better mods on here. And you said you're modded for territory wars, right? Like everything's modded. Like your Mara Jade. If I went to Mara Jade, is she slow? Yeah, okay, well, slower. She doesn't have a speed set. She's still 341 speed. She's still faster than 99% of chat's Mara Jade, yet she's rocking a offense set. 170k protection. Oh my gosh, that's insane. How is your guild liking Dark Trooper Gideon? Modded him. It's an interesting mod set. I would have thought you would have went with more. Is he dealing enough damage that he's worth the offense? I wonder if I just don't see a lot of JMLs that are like, why a slow Mara for territory wars? Ooh, good question, Whiskey. So I'm sure Fury will answer this as well. But remember, her Omicron, where's it at? She's going to start with 100% turn meter, right? So you're running her under, say, Emperor Palpatine. She starts with 100% turn meter anyway. So her first turn, she's going to use her whatever ability here, gain a crazy amount of turn meter. Then she's going to use this, gain more turn meter. Then she gets to call Palpatine to assist. The train has started, and now it doesn't matter, right? She doesn't need to outrun anybody. She could have 0 speed, and they're just going to gain so much turn meter, it doesn't matter. She's only there just to gain the turn meter. Okay, so you do need to swap Gideon for protect. I was going to ask that. Protection and health for Gideon. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. But yeah. Okay. Cool, man. What? Yeah. Scout Trooper. Everything maxed out on Scout Trooper 2 is insane. What's your average speed on your, like, when you run your, like, bot compare? What's your average speed of your characters? I don't want to... Is Echo above 376 is flying. Oh my gosh. This isn't like, look at the speeds, guys. 343 on Revan, and he's all the way down there. Yeah, Gideon's gonna get. Oh my gosh, yeah, not this Gideon, other Gideon. Wow. Yeah, dude, this is what's What do you guys do with Kylo? You're on offense, crit damage, speed. Play the 300 game. Ooh, okay, hold on. Let's see if I can guess where his stuff ends at 300. Let's see if I can guess where his stuff ends at 300. I'm gonna say. Do you ever run like the? I guess if you don't care about GAC, you run like that bot compare where it'll tell you like your account versus somebody else's, and it'll show your average speed of like your top 80, and then your average like gear 11 plus speed. How fast is Chewbacca? Where are we at here? Chewbacca's 276. Okay, so we're back down to the planet Earth. So TFP's pretty quick. 293. All right, so we're up here. Rose. 297. We're getting closer. Armor. There it is. Armor 301. Armor 301. Jeez, that's a lot of characters. That's a lot of characters. Yeah, Anakin's 301 too. Wow, nice. But yeah, well, that's the other thing too. I think like speed is the easiest thing to tell from, but he's even saying he's like my offense a lot of 4s and 6s, which is a very good point. I have a lot of mods like that too, where I try to get a lot of those secondary stats that I'm just gonna click on Iden and hope I find something here. Like this mod, 24 speed. In a bot, this would rate this lower than a mod that's 25 speed with garbage secondaries. Probably doesn't need to use her with Sith Eternal and Territory Wars. Territory Wars, he's probably using Reva to beat Jedi Master Kenobi. This is awesome Fury. Oh my god, what a... Oh, that's such a Maw answer. No, you bleed too many banners. That is so... Okay, guys, hold on. Everybody just revel in that for a second. That they don't use Arbor and Sith Eternal because there's too many banners they give up. And by too many banners, they mean that people die. Like, that is so awesome. I friggin' love that, man. Like, there's truthfully nothing but respect for you guys because it is awesome. No, Wombat, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, like, that you'll just, Armor will die and they'll get 19 banners instead of 20. All right, we've got to keep moving here. We got to get to Ethan King. All right, so we got Ethan King here. Sup, Phil? What should I do after Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? All right, Ethan. Let's see how close you are to SLKR. So you need Relic 7s on Kylo's and on Emperor Palpatine. So we still have a little bit of work to do. We did buy the Rey bundle. We did buy the Phoenix bundle. So, Ethan. So simple answer is Ray, because you're that close. But some other interesting things you could do. One, you bought the Rebel pack, so let's get Captain Rex. If you bought you guys will, I'll do a bunch of videos where I got to talk about all the different packs and what you should be buying. But with this Rebel pack, if you bought it, you've got to be getting Captain Rex. Captain Rex is going to be he's a must-have for the Phoenix team. If you ever intend to farm Phoenix, and you have to be farming Captain Rex with them, otherwise just leave them alone. It's the whole, every farming guide that started with, hey, start with Phoenix, was because you could get them to 7 stars immediately. It was very easy to do. As soon as Hera moved to a hard node, it wasn't that hard nodes necessarily make the Phoenix, not that, we knew what they were. They're a Gear 8 team. That was their purpose. They're a Gear 8 team, but it's the fact that you could get them all 7-star very, very quickly. Now you add in Captain Rex, a character who actually makes them good. So if you bought those Rebel packs, you've got to be getting Captain Rex at this point. You've got to be focusing on him. It'd be like buying, getting Rey and having Ben Solo at level 1 Gear 1. You've got to level Ben Solo too. You've got to do both. So that definitely needs to be happening on your list. I don't hate telling you to go for the Resistance and get Rey. Because you bought the Lightspeed bundles. You paid for an advantage. My one question would be, Ethan, for you, where are you at with Zetas? Right? How are we feeling about Zetas right now? Because if you have a bunch, then, Zori makes sense, right? We got to do Zori. But you could start building that Resistance team while you're farming Galactic Legends Rey. That if you've got, 20 some odd Zetas banked, the Resistance heroes, OG Finn, the Zori ones, and you're in pretty good shape, right? That you can start building that team. If you don't have the Zetas, then just make sure we focus on Zori by the time that you're ready to start the event. So that would be, Rey would be one thing. The other thing would be, hey, get Captain Rex, but also starting to think about getting Jedi Knight Luke. Because you bought all the characters that help you get Jedi Knight Luke get Jedi Master Luke, really. You got Lando, you got Princess Leia, Wedge Biggs. You could make that push into Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke. So that would be the other thing to do there, Ethan. Yeah, so every 20 you spend. So you have 120 saved, good. So I would argue now I would not spend any more Zetas on your first order. Which kind of hurts to say that, but I think that's what I would try to do, is try to get through with just the Zetas that you have. You've got the most important ones. And start thinking about saving them for the Resistance. Particularly Zori, to get through the, tier 1 and 2 of the Rey event. Because if you can get to the Rey event and at least have the Zetas for her, right, what you don't want to do is you don't want to throw Zetas on your Resistance heroes and OG Finn and then not have any for Galactic Legends Rey herself. Much better to have the Zetas on Rey herself, and then you can come down later in the road and get your Resistance heroes and OG Finn, put their Zetas on, and the world becomes a much happier place. And then I think Jedi Master Luke enters the conversation at that point. With that whole bundle coming for those Rebels, I think Jedi Master Luke has to start entering the conversation as a character to go get. You bought so many things that are going to help you get there. And then you do have Executor at 4-star, which is good. How are our Separatists looking? So I would definitely focus on getting a Hyena Bomber for this fleet. Start fleshing this fleet out a little bit. Start building these guys up. That'll be a very important fleet. And then I saw your empire as well. This would be another faction I'd start building some additional ships here. Because you're going to have the Chimera, Executrix. Obviously, Executor doesn't count here, so you have the Chimera and Executrix. You start building out some of the rest of these Empire ships. You'll be in really good shape. Wombat, my friend, thank you for your service, buddy. I will catch you. Ooh, Hyena's almost done. Good. If you can get Hyena done, your Malevolence will be amazing. I would probably take your time with Captain Rex. I don't know that I would rush him because you still need Zetas for Kylo. And you could use some Zetas on the rest of your Phoenix too. So I would just I'd bide your time with Captain Rex. Kind of let that mature a little bit. Maybe you get Rey, and then right after you get Rey, maybe you're ready for Captain Rex. I'd kind of keep him on that slow farm. I don't know that it's worth the 25 crystals with everything else you have going on. If you didn't have the rest of these other farms happening, maybe Captain Rex makes sense, but because you're going for these high ticket items like Galactic Legends and other stuff, I think it makes more sense to maybe just kind of do him slow farm, right? Just kind of accumulate those shards, let them happen naturally over time, and I think we'll be in good shape. So that would be my thought process there. So I hope that kind of gives you some direction. Because, yeah, I think that gives you enough to do in the meantime. I don't want to give you more projects than that. So Kylo, Rey, your Jedi Master Luke. I think that's the best path forward. And you're in hard mode conquest is now too, so make sure you're hammering that with everything you have, Ethan. Gotta smash hard mode conquest as hard as you can. Especially for Proving Grounds. Getting to Proving Grounds is gonna open up a whole new world. Right? Think of Aladdin, right? A whole new world. All right. Now we're down into Dank Ideals. So he dropped his code and said, do it, half of BAM pack. I don't know that we're getting to the BAM pack, man. I don't know that I'm getting there. But Dank, let's see what we got cooking. See what we got cooking in the lab. So, very good Jedi Master Luke. Could use a bit more protection, but I think it's made progress since the last time I saw it. Which is good. So, Rey, I think that's new, right? I don't remember Rey from last time. So you have really good speed for this mod not having any speed on it. Like being able to be at 507 without anything here is sort of impressive. So you've got some good speed elsewhere. Rey ult tonight. Nice. That's solid. That's a very solid unlock. So I'd continue to work on her mods so that way you get, speed down here. So that way you can take the arrow off and put health percent up here. I personally, again, I'm more in the field of I prefer to run a high health Rey with as much offense as humanly possible. I don't like to run Rey with just super high offense and ignoring her health because I think that opens up far too many off meta counter chances. And also the Jedi Master Luke counter is far easier when she's high offense compared to high health. So that would be one thing. And then you said you're getting Executor next month. So we've got Profundity already, which is solid. That's very, very solid. So you got Profundity already. So now you're going to get Executor next month. So that would be... Okay. So Executor next month. And then you said Supreme Leader Kylo Ren after that, then Jabba. So... Define high health. She's got to be over 200,000 health at Relic 7. So if you can get like, and I'm not bashing, I'm just trying to be as honest as I can. Like a Relic 8 here with only 200,000 health is a bit light to me. Now, part of that is you bump this mod up and that number goes up. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, you want to be, I'd argue you want to be over 200,000 health at Relic 7. Because Relic 8s, Relic 9s add more of that health. And that just keeps her, the damage you can get, remember guys, the damage you're going to be able to get from her secondaries. So if you can get good offense percent on the secondaries, you're going to be able to boost her damage numbers up far more than you can her health as a secondary. And that's the big thing I try to preach. And then Saw Gerrera. Jeez, I forgot you have Saw Gerrera on this account. That's so cool. That's so cool. Speed check on which character? On Rey? Or on who? Who you thinking, Dank? Oh my god, not this again. Why? These need to come off already. This has to stop. This has to stop. I cannot, every time I see this, it hurts my eyes. This hurts my eyes every single time I see it. Every single time I see that, it hurts my eyes. Let's see what Mara is. Yeah, can we please switch Bodhi and Mara Jade already? Can we please switch them? Okay, so we definitely start taking a nosedive. I'm just looking. So we take a nosedive from Maul there to, what's R2-D2 here? 240. $255. Queel 270. $290. So I would say this. We take a big nosedive from Grand Inquisitor here at 323 speed, dropping down to Second Sister here, or 7th at 291. We're taking a big drop there. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's awesome you have that much speed on Bodhi, but for the love of everything, we need to spread those mods out so that way you get more characters who are faster. But that's kind of my, again, I know I've bashed this Bodhi before, so I can't keep doing it. But otherwise, man, I mean, Dank, this is, I mean, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, you have that, you have a plan forward. I'd love to see, so you get the ult. Executor, Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren, Jabba. So how close are we to Jabba? Oh, excuse me. Okay, so you still have a... So you still have a lot of work to do on Jabba. Which is okay, right? And are you in a Zeta deficit now? Do you have Zetas saved up, Dank, or are you kind of in a Zeta deficit? I'm just trying to gauge what to tell you to work on. Because... Oh, yeah, so you are in a Zeta deficit. Okay. So then I would focus on trying to build stuff that doesn't need Zetas then. If you're in a bad place with Zetas, I'd be working on everything that isn't connected to a Zeta. You just put one on Hondo. Jeez. Because you have to put another one on Piet for the Executor when you do get it. So, yeah. I don't mind your farming order. I don't mind going... Hold on. I don't mind going in the order of Executor, Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren, Jabba. I don't mind that order. You relicked Hondo today just because you felt like it. Dude, I've done that plenty of times. And then, yeah, so you bought a bunch of the Lightspeed bundles. So, farming Captain Rex is good. What about... So you can run Dash, Vandor, Hondo, so L3, and young Lando. So you could make a very, very annoying smuggler team too. That is solid right there. So, yeah, I'm good with that too. Like, that would be another option there. Just kind of invest some mods in there. Yeah, young Han is for Glermit. Hey, young Han has some good uses there. So you could run like Dash, Vandor, Hondo, L3, and like a young Lando or young Han Solo. So you have an L3. What does this do? Your leader for smugglers? It's Dash Rendar, man. You have to get... Dash Rendar is your leader for the smugglers. You've got to use him as the leader. He's the leader. We definitely want to be using... Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I keep yawning. We definitely need Dash Rendar as the leader there. He's so important. Oops. Oh, geez. No wonder I'm yawning. Yeah. I think that would be... So, just even building this team would be good. Again, build Zori if you're going for the Resistance. I'd love to see you get Jedi Knight Revan up to relic levels. That'd be nice. But I think the big things is Zori and Captain Rex right now. I think if we get kind of working on those characters, get you to take full advantage of those light speed bundles and what they offer. I think that's our starting plan. And please, no more mods on Bodhi Rook. Oh, to split up and make 2 teams. I don't really like to split up smugglers to make 2 teams. If you're talking Grand Arena, then what I see a lot of players do is they'll run Dash, Han, and Chewbacca. And then you can run, like, you know, Hondo, Queel, and IG-11. You don't even need a leadership for them. You just kind of run them all together, and it's super annoying. Yeah, Bodhi's a sleeper, just like I'm about to be in 15 minutes. Oh, man. So... yeah, but I think I am going to, guys, this stream was, I mean, it was crazy. We had so many super chats. You guys were asking some really good questions, brought some really good rosters, but I think I'm hitting my wall here. You know, it is 12:44 my time, and I still have to work tomorrow. So, you know, guys, I very much always appreciate everybody hopping on. I know that I stream at stupid o'clock for a lot of people, so I very much appreciate everybody who can get on at this time. You know, to anyone, I know that we're always asking, oh, Hondo on defense or offense? Both. Either way works. I think defense I like a little bit better for Hondo just because I think he's annoying. But all that said, guys, I mean, I very much appreciate all of you. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you got good advice. Again, I'm sorry if I don't get to your reviews, guys. It just, sometimes we get a lot of super chats. Sometimes we don't. Just kind of one of those things that happens. What's the best way to bloat GP after ships? I mean, easy character abilities. There's not really an easy way after ships. Relic 9 Saw for Scarif. Man, that's good for you. That's more than I could do. Fury, send me invite to the guild. Think you're missing about like 30 Territory War Omicrons for that. So, yeah, guys, you know, if I did not get you on this time, I do apologize. I will try to do better next time. Again, apologies to Matt Damon for not getting his roster review. You know, guys, I very much appreciate all of you. Again, like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It, you know, just, it helps get me out there, and that's what's, you know, helps get me out and hopefully help more people. So I very much appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me have to wail yet again on packs. We, you know, for those of you just comment right at the end, the pack is bugged right now. No, I'm kidding. Please don't take that. No, I've had mods on my Phoenix for forever, but we've at least got all these characters up and running now, which is nice. So the little red ones, you can ignore those. Those are just them saying that I can take them up to higher relics, but not ready to do that right now. So again, I love all you guys. May the force be with you, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Cheers, my friends. Good night.